Well, hello Aquarius, let's get right to it. I am Dom with Sonoran Mystic Tarot. This is your reading for the week of November 15th through the 21st. Let's have a peek at what Spirit has for you. Don't forget, this is a reading of the general collective. Therefore, take what resonates with you, leave the rest behind. I'm curious to see what's happening because it was a crazy week of events. First, we had 11/11, so that was kind of interesting, 11/11, and then, of course, 11/11 time-wise on the date of 11/11, which is quite crazy. And then followed that up with, of course, the closing out of that Scorpio new moon energy. Wow. Was that crazy or what? Some people had good energy, but I'm telling you, a lot of folks reported what I experienced, and that was crazy, hectic energy. Energy that was not comfortable at some time. So hopefully you had a better one. Let's get to it. What do we have? We have the Magician card. Ooh, that's a great start. Followed by the Queen of Swords, followed by the Nine of Wands, and following quickly with the Seven of Wands. What's going on at work there? What's going on with your job, your career, your opportunities? What's going on there? Let's see what else we have here. We see, 10 of... a lot of high cards here. 9s and 10s, bringing some closure, some ending. Talking about the Hermit. Are you on your path? Are you kind of sidetracked? Are you kind of not where you need to be? Time will tell. We have the Judgment card. That Judgment card's out there saying, don't worry, something's coming to... Something is at play. The universe is at play. And so they're going to be... If you've done good stuff's coming back to you. If you've done some bad stuff, maybe you're not going to be so happy right now. I'm guessing you guys are Aquarius and you're reading my stuff, so I know you've done good things. I have faith in all of you. I truly do. And while I'm having faith in you, don't forget, if you're on YouTube, click that subscribe button and even the little bell icon, and it'll let you know every time I upload. By doing that and hitting the like button, of course, then you get this thing more distributed, and people see it more, because the more likes, of course, the more people see it, and once they see it, it helps them as well, because sometimes it gets muddled with the other readers. Let's start over here with the Magician. The Magician card is a wonderful card to have in any reading. Any reading. But to have this in this position tells you that this is you. And right now you have an energy around you. You have done well with the energy we talked about, apparently. And so you are still in control. You're still in demand. You can do whatever you want right now. You have a lot of energy. You have shaken off some negative stuff, some bad stuff. That stuff is at work. You had a lot of stuff going on. Now the stuff isn't you've shaken off the cycle, and the stuff is closing down. All the issues are closing down, but they still have some more to go. But you're good because it's closing, and you have risen above it. You've risen above it. By the end of the week, they should be closed at that point. The Queen is here. The Queen is here is being patient. She's saying be patient with this, being patient, but also while you're thinking about it, what are you doing? How are you going to move forward? What are you doing next? What is the next step? Again, because you're closing out this cycle of frustration, this cycle of just crazy, hectic stuff going on. And so as that happens, let's take a peek. Let's stop a minute. Let's stop and allow our Hermit to come through. Allow our Hermit to tap into what Spirit wants for us, what our Akasha record says, what our life contract is saying to us. Take a look, take a peek. When you see the Hermit is on the top of the mountain, so he's done well. And again, the Magician saying you're there, you're risen. And again, we're end of the cycle, so again, you're on top of the mountain. But when you're on top of the mountain, the Hermit is moving forward, and when he projects forward the light is logic, the light is thinking, the light is learning. And so he's learning, he's opening his pathway, he's looking in his pathway. The staff is bouncing back and forth. That bouncing back and forth is making sure you're on your path. And so right now you have to make sure you're on your path. I think you're maybe a little bit off the path. And so this is a good time to get back on the path. And again, you're headed that way. The Judgment card is coming in, and the Judgment card is like, I'm going to help you get back on your path. It's time that we keep you true and focused on what it is you do. There's also some indecision coming with you. There's some indecision with you right now. You've been asked for something, you've been asked to do something, you've asked by somebody to do a favor or doing something, and you're not sure which way to go with that. This is not the week to answer the question. So if you're asked the question, if you don't know which way to go, if you don't know, don't feel bad. You're not meant to know at this point. At this point, you have, again, to look to your Hermit side and say, okay, what am I doing? What is my path? Where am I going? What do I want? Once you know this, then this decision will come through. But this decision will not come through this week. And so if you're forced to make a decision, if I were you, I would make the decision in a logical way, because I have the logic here. I would not make it on an emotional basis. I would make it on a logical basis. I would also make it in something that's going to further help your career, because the career cards are here. Okay, but again, I think that with the Judgment card, I think you're not going to have to worry about that so much. I believe, as I knocked my mic off, hopefully I didn't disturb you guys too much. Hopefully, I believe that this will come true and pan out, I guess you would say it, that the Judgment card is going to come in and step in, and it's going to work to your advantage. Let's try to get a clarifier on this situation here. We have the Queen of Cups. Again, a change in plans. This is a change, a deviation. When you see the Queen, she's a patient Queen. She's a lovely Queen. She's about emotions. She's about happiness. But she is seeing a change. A change is coming. And don't worry, this Queen is a very patient Queen that can handle change. So, again, you're getting close to the end of the cycle. The cycle's here. You're getting it closed up. It's not going to go quite the way you'd hope to, but you're going to see it, and it's going to be successful with you. Again, the Queen is saying patience with that, and time for celebration with family and friends, people that help you get into where you're going to go. Again, good things are coming at the end of the week. The Magician is starting you off in a good way. You're closing down all these issues. You're getting back to your life path. It's time to celebrate. By the end of the weekend, I would see you doing parties. I would see you doing events, and also I wouldn't be surprised, because that, of course, coming around the corner from this week is the following week, which is Thanksgiving. But this, again, is a celebration of what this is happening here. So this is not a Thanksgiving celebration. This is not a holiday celebration. This is a celebration of what you've overcome here, where you're going. And again, the Magician's like, whatever you want it to be, it can be. You create your destiny. Look at this. And you've already done the work. You've already put some work in. This is not new to you. So you're not surprised with what I'm saying. The 7's here. The 7 said you already planted the seed. You fertilized it. You watered it. It's growing already. This is not a surprise to you. You're not like, oh, is that me? Oh my. No. You've worked. You've done the work. And not only that, but you've earned it. And again, that's why the Judgment card's coming out. And look at this. Again, the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is telling you, when we talk about cups, we talk about closure, because we have a 9 here and a 9 here. That again, we're bringing something to a new end. We're bringing something to a close. We're bringing something to a situation where now happiness is going to be changing. The Magician's going to change everything. Everything. So be happy with this. This is great. Look at this. Again, laid down the swords. The argument's over. The struggle's over. The fussing is over, which is what I said here. And this is just the confirmation. It's all said and done. It's all said and done. And there's the new energy. I am not surprised. When you see 9s and 10s, you're going to be followed by an ace somewhere, and that makes sense, because that's what we have here. Again, we're closing out one situation, one idea, one way of thinking, one way of dealing with issues, one way that hasn't worked as well, or it could have even worked well, because again, you've overcome it, which is nice, but it could also have needed changing, and so you may have helped something change, and now it's time for you to help move them into the new direction, which is wonderful. Which is quite wonderful. There's the Page of Swords. Again, news is coming. The news of the new is coming in. The news of the new opportunity, new possibility, the new way of thinking, something that's going to change the dynamic that you're presently living with, and that is a good situation. And when I say living, I'm not talking about a relationship. I'm talking the dynamic in in business, or around where you're headed, around your path. Again, this is the reading talks about business, it talks about opportunity, but the one thing you have to remember is the most important card in this thing is about the path. Make sure you find your life path. You're on your path. You feel like you're fulfilling what it is you want to do. And if you haven't been, which is a sense I'm getting here, maybe you haven't, then it's time to get on the life path. Time to find it, because there's no time better than the present. Time to detox. Makes sense. Again, it's like relax. It's time to refresh, become new beginnings. Not a surprise there. We have the Healing card. Again, time to heal. Again, look at that. Again, you're closing out an opportunity, closing out a situation, you're closing out a cycle. It's a time to heal, time to detox, time to heal. New beginning coming. What's that new beginning? There's that ace. Am I mixing up cards? I surely am. The writers group. Again, write down what you want, write down what you need, write down what you think. Make sure that you understand completely what's going on, because you want to be part of this. You want to own this change. You want to make sure that you've written down an inventory of all you can do, that you can think of to make sure you're on your path. And then once you have that written down, then you know when time comes to strike, time comes to make a choice, time comes to deal with this decision, you'll be better prepared. So, Aquarius, a crazy opportunity coming. Most importantly, this is your week to shine. Whatever you want, whatever you think, whatever you can do, push it. This is your week to push. This is your power. You can make anything happen. Do not sit back. Do not let things happen to you. You take control. and always focus on what is going to get me on my path, what's going to keep me on my path. Have I deviated? I think you have. I think you've deviated a little bit. This is going to get you back on your path. How are you going to do that? You're going to detox. You're going to heal. You're going to help yourself understand what I'm thinking, how I'm thinking, what do I need to move forward, how am I going to go there. By the end of the week, you're going to be on track because, again, you're rising above it. And with this decision, again, I strongly suggest if you have an opportunity to make a very tough or big decision, it may work to your advantage to hold it off until the next week because this card is saying it's okay to not have all the information. But again, if you don't have all the information, then it's not okay to make a decision. So hold off on the decision-making process, Aquarius. With that, I'm going to let you go. Again, don't forget to go on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, that little teeny bell, and let me know that you're here. I do appreciate it much. Click on like so people can share this, have this shared with them. That would be great. The more likes it has, the more it gets spread out to other people. And with that, I'm going to let you go. Have a great one. If you want to reach out to me, don't forget my email address, advice@sonoranmystictarot.com. I'm Don. Bye-bye.